Okay, let's see. I received this letter on the 13th, or it was written on the 13th. I received it on the 15th, actually. This is from the Syracuse Housing Authority. Um, the inspector came on the 13th, actually, the very same day this was written. Um, he came in. He had another man with him who stayed out in the hallway. They had, I believe her name is Angie, I think, from the men's residence management office downstairs. She stayed outside also. He came in and tried to set the fire alarm off, but it didn't go off. I reached up and pushed the button for him because he was a little on the short side and couldn't get up there and get enough pressure on it. Showed him that it worked, and as he looked to see that I was pressing it, he noticed a break in the electrical outlet cover up top next to the smoke detector and a little bit under it. He had the other man instructed the other inspector to write that down as far as a fault in the room. And then I told him that I'd been asking for my window to be painted for 2 years approximately. I also pointed out that the outlet cover below the speaker box there on the door, all the way down next to my bottom refrigerator, and the light switch was also completely missing and gone. And I also brought him over to my window and showed him the window. I showed him the holes behind the radiator in the floor, and he asked him to have those things repaired because I had asked repeatedly for 2 years for these things to be repaired. I also showed him the hole down here in the floor. He said everything would be taken care of. They left the room. I didn't hear anything back until I received this letter stating that the unit had failed. Mr. Johnson, the S8 Section 8 inspector, wrote here, cover plate missing or broken, switches and outlets, broken cover plate. Under smoke detector is the only one that he signified. On the paperwork that he gave the girls who showed up here yesterday, which was Sunday the 19th, to fix, one was Brenda and the other one I'm not sure what her name is. They said the paperwork they received said that the smoke detector was broken, which was incorrect. I showed them this letter, which I received from Housing, Section 8. Denoting what was broken, items to be repaired. I'm going to have to put this up here to get a better look at it. As you can see, it says under smoke detector. As you can see, it's from Section 8, Syracuse Housing Authority, addressed to me. Okay. Now, said it was supposed to be fixed by the February 11th of 2014 when they would reinspect. That's the inspector's name right there. Anyway, the girls came yesterday and said that they've been told these things need to be fixed. Specifically, just the electrical outlet box under the smoke detector. Evidently, the man just doesn't want to do his job properly at Section 8. I don't know, maybe they have other rules, and, the fact is, even if the window doesn't apply and the holes in the floor doesn't apply, surely the other box here, that one there, if you notice, that's the one box right here. That one right there is the one that was broken. That is written in the letter to be fixed. That one right there, see the brand new white cover, the girls ended up fixing along with the one up top. Now, if this one needed a cover and that one had a cover but only had the corner broken off and he asked to have that fixed, why didn't he state that this one down here needed to be fixed? It tells me that this man doesn't care about his job. The only thing he cares about is getting in and out as quickly as possible. I believe that the Section 8 Housing Authority should either reprimand this man and have him retrained to do his job properly, or honestly, he should be fired. Because I don't know if it's him that's done the inspections here before, but they've never been done right. The same issue applies to the bathrooms. Obviously, you can't urinate and use the toilet in your bathroom, considering it's communal bathrooms in this building. And you've all already seen my expose, so to speak, on the conditions there. Does this man even go into the bathrooms to look? I don't know. I seriously doubt it. Regardless of whether, that issue even applies, he still violated his own standards and rules, the way I see it, because, he asked for the one cover to be fixed and the other cover wasn't even written down. Although he told me he would write that down and write down the issue with the holes and also the windowsill. The girls came in yesterday and they were back within 45 minutes and had those cover plates on there. The girls can only do so much. They can't repair the windowsill. I can understand that. That's pretty much all for this, except I was having a conversation with the girls, and they told me that downstairs exit door at the back of the building here that I showed in previous films, the YMCA had been informed that they had to have that fixed before. I don't know if it's by building code inspectors or fire code inspectors or what. The fact is, it's never been done, so you have to wonder if somebody in the city government, inspections office, whatever, isn't doing their job also for some odd reason, allowing these things to continue to go on. I'm going to give a disc, each of these discs, 2 discs total now, to Mayor Stephanie Miner. I'm going to drop off a set to her office. I'm going to drop off a set of discs to several of the news agencies. And I gave the girls the first disc that I produced with 3 different episodes in it, approximately a week apart from each other. I don't know what else to say. I mean, I'm going to do one more expose tonight. It's Monday the 20th, Martin Luther King's birthday. And I'm going to do the other update tonight about 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. It might even be 2 a.m. in the morning. I don't know. Letting Miss Miner and the judges who I hear come here know that they're not safe. Neither are the parole officers that come here. Parole officers might be safe coming, but they sure aren't safe leaving with that front door, that front emergency exit door, the way it is. No alarm sounds when you open a door. You understand what I mean by when they walk by with their backs turned to you. It's a real danger, especially to my parole officer Fisher. And I actually like the guy, even though he's currently pretty pissed at me. Um, and I would like, you know, to see nothing ever happen to him because he's actually all right, even though he could be a little hyper intense. um, and Officer Kalala, he always treated me fairly. I heard bad things about him. I heard bad things about Fisher, but both of them have always treated me fairly. You know, I guess they have very hard jobs because they're so overwhelmed with so many parolees. And, you know, it seems like they should hire more parole officers. Instead of wasting money in other places in the corrections department, they should look out and hire more parole officers. It makes no sense. These guys are totally overloaded, along with the female parole officers. It's nuts. They got a hell of a hard job to do, and they can't always keep an eye on their back. They think they're safe, and you know, reality, they're not safe in some situations, especially in this situation with that downstairs exit door. Miss Minor, you're not safe in here because, as you've seen, if you watch the other disc and this disc I'm going to finish printing tonight, I can gain access, and anybody else who comes to the back alley can gain access to that bottom area in the middle of the night and be waiting for you and waiting for any of the judges in that SIAC area. Whether it be in a ladies' shower room, men's shower room, it doesn't matter. I know you have security and, you know, staff that looks out for your physical health and everything, but I mean, they don't go in the shower with you, I don't think, especially if they're just males. I mean, even a lady security officer with you, you know, with you or any of these judges or possible district attorneys or assistant district attorneys that go in there, I don't see you wearing your weapon to the shower. Doesn't quite make sense. um, I hope, Ms. Minor, and you news people, you'll get something done about this situation. It's very unsafe. And as I've said before, you know, children come up in here all the time that are under 18 years old, and they're supposed to be escorted by an adult when they're under 18 here. Adult being 18 and above to use these services. And I've seen children, teenagers who are younger than 18 come in here and be allowed to go up into the basketball courts especially and other areas of the building during operating hours. But they're not safe because you can gain access to that entire downstairs area because all the doors are either unlocked or the emergency exits don't have alarms on them, especially that back door one. You don't need somebody to let you in that front emergency exit. You can be one freaky individual and either climb over that fence in the alley or just unloosen a few nuts and pull back the fence and come down that alley and come right in that back door exit, right up the stairs and then up to the front exit stairs and go down those, and you have access to the use wing, the weight room, the SIAC room, where you very important individuals in the county go to. There's no cameras down there to watch out for your safety. It makes no sense, and I'm surprised. I mean, Brenda and the other girl said that, Miss Minor, you come here sometimes. I don't know how often, but I know for a fact I've seen one and possibly a second judge in here quite often. And if they had somebody that really didn't like a ruling, regardless of whether the ruling was right or not, and they wanted vengeance on that man or woman, there would be nothing for them to get that vengeance. It's crazy. Yeah, I know I'm an ex-criminal, but I learned my lesson. After 24 months in prison, I realized I had a conscience, and I felt bad about what I did. I've been trying to do good, trying to do everything I can. I'm going to go ahead and shut this down now, and the next thing you'll see will be pretty much my final update tonight on the conditions, and we'll also be checking to see if anything's been done with the exit doors. Also the locks, whether they're unlocked still down in the use area, the weight room area, the SIAC area, and down in that basement complex down there. It's like a bunker down there. There's so many different rooms and everything. You could get lost in there. Just like I said before, a child can be taken out of here. A woman can be taken out of here or hurt in here, just as you know you could, Miss Minor. And also the judges. I would be very cautious if I were you. I would either go somewhere else for services which I know is inconvenient, but there are all kinds of places open downtown where you have some honest, secure situations for your keeping healthy. I'm going to go ahead and click this off, and I hope y'all look out, not just for yourselves, but for the people up here, the men who are trying to do the right things and recover and stay recovered and be productive members of society. Also, if you get a chance, look at that ice machine down in front of the front desk where the man has to actually buzz you into the SIAC wing. Um, if you're getting ice out of there, look down in the drip tray at all the fungus and mildewish like mold. Nobody cleans that tray. I told Brendan and the other girl about it yesterday. I even gave them one of the discs that I printed from last week and the week before. They said they would watch it. I even told them that, I dumped on, the truth is, but it's just like I tried to tell them yesterday. I mean, if you had a son in here and he was trying to get better, would you allow your son to live in these conditions up here? No, you'd be flipping out and freaking out and being raised in hell. So I'm out of here, and have a nice day. Have a good Martin Luther King's birthday day. Everybody, thank you.